Hello and welcome to this free mandolin lesson on how to play the entertainer and some chromatic scales along the way. This is aimed at beginner and intermediate players and hopefully we'll have something that will sound a bit like this. 3. I should mention that before we start this lesson, everything I talk about is included on a free PDF below, so make sure you have that in front of you before you start. Before we dive into the tune, I just want to take a quick look at chromatic scales because there's a lot of short chromatic runs in that tune, and I want to discuss how you do them on the mandolin. Now, I probably start every practice I ever do, and I'm being honest with that, every day I'll practice, and I will start with a 2-octave chromatic G scale. So I'm going to start there, I'm going to end there, and then we're going to go back the way, finishing in the same place that we started. And chromatic means you're using every single half step or semitone in the scale. So on the mandolin, that's every single fret. All the way up, every fret in between the low G and then the high G. Now what's important is what fingers are doing what. So on the mandolin, your index finger or first finger covers frets 1 and 2. Then your middle finger, second finger, covers 3 and 4. Then your ring finger, third finger, covers 5 and sometimes 6. 6 is a grey area, but for the purposes of this scale, I want your pinky finger, your fourth finger, to cover 6. So if I play that slowly. So open, first finger, second finger, third finger, ring, little finger, and then open. So before we learn this tune, we're going to play that scale. We're going to start at the bottom all the way up and then all the way back down. I'll do it quite slowly because the purpose of these chromatic scales, you never do these for speed. I'm not interested in going... I'm not interested in speed. I'm interested in getting everything as clean as possible. This to me is like when you print, you put new ink in a printer and it prints off an alignment page, then you have to scan it. That's what I see this chromatic exercise as doing. My brain sees this as an alignment exercise between right and left hand. So I want every note clean. That's the purpose of this exercise. So let's try our 2-octave G scale, top to bottom, at about this speed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then back down. So what's important to remember with that scale is the fact your index finger's covering 2 frets and your middle finger's covering 2 frets. That's going to come in very important when we play the entertainer in a minute. So that's all I'm going to say on chromatic scales. Commit that to memory. Doesn't matter how fast you play it, as long as every note is clean and the same as the one before it. I don't want uneven notes or quick notes and some notes not there. Every note as clean as the last one. That's what you're trying to do with that scale. Now let's play the entertainer. So our A part, this is just an A and a B part. There's no repeats in this, or I'm certainly not going to do repeats in this lesson. So the opening phrase, it steals directly from our chromatic scale. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So you could, if you were not playing it correctly, go... You could have one finger per fret down here. There are occasions where that is appropriate. And that's in the advanced lesson on Brazilian tunes. You kind of need to do that sometimes. But in this tune and in most occasions, that is not the way to do it. Keep those finger rolls as they were in the chromatic scale. So index does 2 frets and then your middle does the 3. And then, same here, little finger on that 6 on bar 2. So let's just try the first phrase round, just so you can have a go. So this will be after 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. So that is the main crux of the tune. What I suggest you do now is pause this and have a little play through the whole A part, because I haven't quite got, the video would be very long if we went through every phrase. So just have a quick pause, play through it, and now we'll play through it together about that speed. So I'll stick the metronome on and we'll just play one A part. And if this is too quick for you, YouTube has a very handy function in the corner down here. If you press the cog, go on settings and playback speed, you can slow me down to the speed that's appropriate for you. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Second line. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. So heading into the B part, we have another chromatic run. This time 4 notes in a row, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, if you were to play it wrong, you might be tempted to have one finger per fret. But that's not going to serve you well at all. The little finger shouldn't be getting involved in the 5th fret, really. Certainly not in this instance. So we need the same theory that applied to our chromatic scale at the start of the lesson. Index, middle, middle, ring. So your middle finger's doing 3 and 4 in that phrase. Really important. So let's just try the first 4 bars of the B part with the pickup from the last 2 beats of the A part. So this would be after 3. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. And again. So now let's play the B part through just once, and then we can play the whole tune. So the same speed, it's at 90 BPM. This will be after 3 again, so we'll catch the end of the A part. And don't forget, if it's too quick, you've got the cog or pause me before you play along. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Another chromatic run there. 2, 3. 2, 3. That concludes our whistle-stop tour around the Entertainer. The only thing left to do is play it in full, and I will split screen and overdub myself playing some chords on the mandolin as well, so you can hear it in context. The metronome is going to be set to 95 BPM. If that's too quick, then slow me down or pause it. Don't forget all those chromatic. If you take one thing away from this lesson, if it's not the Entertainer, it's that chromatic scale. Get it ingrained in your mind. Start every practice with it, and you will be a much better player for it. So here we go, A part and a B part of the Entertainer with some chords at 95 BPM. This will be after 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. there ends our free lesson on the entertainer and chromatic scales. As I've just said, if you take one thing away, please let it be that chromatic G scale, G to G. Start every practice with it. And then once you've done that, have some fun with the entertainer because it's a lovely tune and works quite well on the mandolin. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson. Please do hit like and subscribe while you're here, and we'll see you next month.